Caiden
ladies and
Cowger.
gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger
Somebody
program,
had to
broadcasting
say it.
from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So, earlier this morning, I was watching The Morning Joe. And The Morning Joe had Dr. Ben Carson on, former Republican candidate for president, and he was talking about Donald Trump. And he was discussing how he has had conversations with Trump, especially recently. He's talking about his campaign and all. And the lines of questions that were being hurled at Dr. Ben Carson were so absolutely pathetic. I mean, they were absolutely pathetic, and I have the audio right here for you. But I want you to listen to this. You had Mike Barnicle on there, recognized as MSNBC's veteran columnist. And Mike Barnicle started asking Ben Carson, how does Donald Trump respond to loss? And Ben Carson had to ask Barnicle again, what? And I even didn't hear what the guy said, but he said, yeah, how does Donald Trump respond to loss? Why can't he respond to loss? And Ben Carson had to ask him, what are you talking about? Well, you have the this highly decorated soldier, yeah, and he died and all, and Donald Trump can't seem to respond to anyone's loss at all. That's what this Barnicle guy was saying. Yeah, go ahead and listen to the audio of this. This is from MSNBC's The Morning Joe this morning.
Dr. Carson, in your career, you've had to deal with many families who you've been working with and helping with medically. I'm curious, why do you think Donald Trump, running for president, and people like to think that people who are their presidents have some sense of their lives, why do you think Donald Trump finds it so difficult, seemingly, to speak to loss?
To speak
loss.
to who?
To loss.
He speaks
to
very
what it's
well.
like to lose something,
Who?
to lose a son or a daughter in combat, to lose your home, to loss. I mean, we just showed a clip of Donald Trump in Florida. He started talking about Gold Star families and quickly equated the Gold Star family meeting to money. He had a check from a Gold Star family. Why do you think it's so tough for him to speak to loss?
I don't accept that it's difficult for him
why
to speak
hasn't
to
he done
loss. He has done it, but
When?
I
When?
think if you really want, if you go back and look carefully, you'll see that. I'm
sorry, where?
hopeful
When?
that he will
When?
begin to put.
You see what they're trying to do here? They're trying to put him on the spot, because I have been previously in situations where I've been on interviews or something, and they ask you some question out of left field, and the answer exists and it's out there. And there are circumstances where Donald Trump has several times has talked and helped people who are going through loss. And those are stories that even the Morning Joe will go on to admit exist. But they're trying to put Dr. Ben Carson on the spot here, and by Dr. Carson not being able to immediately come up with something because they are putting him on the spot talking about something stupid. They're acting like, no, it doesn't exist. But keep listening to it. It gets even better.
To put out many of the stories that I am very familiar with of things that he has done to help people who have been in very, very difficult situations. Right. He feels that, that's self-praise and he doesn't want to do it. But I would love for those stories to come out so that you won't be asking questions like that.
Well, you said they have, and now you're saying you're looking forward to them. So they haven't. I personally know Donald Trump, and I know a lot of amazing, really kind acts that he's done one-on-one with people. And the candidate that I see is not the person I know.
Aha! There we get to it. There we get to the real reason why MSNBC and all these other media organizations are attacking Donald Trump. See, they know that these stories of Donald Trump helping people that are going through loss, as that Bronicle guy would like to phrase it, they are aware that these stories exist, but rather than talking about those stories, they say, this is not the Donald Trump that I know. You know why? It's because he's a Republican now, and he's running against a Democrat. So MSNBC and all the other left-wing media outlets out there, like the Clinton News Network, CNN, and even a few people on Fox, the reason why they are all of a sudden now attacking Donald Trump is because Donald Trump is running against a Democrat, and he's a Republican now. So it changes things. This is not the Donald Trump that I know. Well, of course it's not. Because he's a Republican and is now coming out as a Republican, is now ran for the Republican nomination, got it, is now expressing his political opinion. So, of course, this is not the Donald Trump that you know. So absolutely pathetic. But now we're getting down to the wire here, and you're understanding why the media is just absolutely hammering Donald Trump. It's because he's a Republican. Now let's keep listening to this, because Ben Carson will also point out, well, you know the stories. You just admitted to knowing the stories. So why are you saying something like that?
And I feel that you're speaking about someone, but you don't really have facts to back it up.
Oh my gosh. She just contradicts herself in just a few seconds. So first she goes, I know a lot of those stories, and I personally know Donald Trump, and the Donald Trump that I see on the campaign trail is not the Donald Trump that I know. So you don't really know him, and you don't have facts to back up that he does nice things for people, which he doesn't. But I know he does, because it's not the Donald Trump I know. Is a blonde getting to her? What the heck is going on here? Because, I mean, guys, boom, right there, she just contradicted herself. That's MSNBC for you.
You say he speaks to loss, and that he has. Tell us where. Tell us when.
You just said you just said yourself you're aware of many of those things.
I'm aware of that.
Why don't you talk about them?
I'm asking, has he ever been able to speak of loss and connect with someone else's loss? And you said he has. Tell us where. Tell us when.
Well, since you know him so well, you tell us where.
Well, he's talked about enormous loss that we've had in this country by allowing radical Islamic extremists to run rampant without having a coherent plan for how to destroy them. Not just to contain them, but to destroy them. And the implications of that for all families who are losing service members is significant.
Dr. Ben Carson,
yeah,
thank you.
In the interview, there you go. So that's how it went. That was the MSNBC interview with Dr. Ben Carson. By the way, no offense to all the blondes out there, because after just hearing that last part, I think it's very apparent the blonde wasn't getting to her. Blondes are smarter than that. This girl's just a dimwit. But, you know, guys, I tell you, I'm sorry. I'm a brunette. I shouldn't have said that. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. You guys know that. But I tell you, plus, Donald Trump's a blonde, too, so that's probably not a good position to be in. But, no. I tell you, this entire thing with CNN, or with MSNBC, I get the networks confused, you know, all stupid people look alike. Anyway, but that's the thing that just gets me about this entire thing, this media frenzy out to get Donald Trump. They completely contradict themselves. Like we just saw here on The Morning Joe. And it's so absolutely moronic. And I think that the American people are able to see through that. Because we're getting polls that are coming out now showing that somehow Donald Trump is trailing Hillary Clinton by 10 points. That was just reported. And I don't believe it. I look at the rallies that Hillary Clinton is having. And then I look at the rallies that Donald Trump is having. Which one are you going to believe? But, guys, I am going to tell you, you remember that thing that Donald Trump said about the elections being rigged? And he really made that a big deal. And, of course, you had the media coming out, oh, no, elections are not going to be rigged. What are you talking about? That's just a big conspiracy theory, man. That's not going to happen. Well, there's just a new thing that came out, if I can get this computer to work. There's a thing that just, I'll go on my cell phone. There's a thing that came out, and I retweeted it. It was from The Hill. And dun. There's a Georgia delegate that is, I think it's what you call him, a delegate. I don't know. But anyway, he's not going to vote for Donald Trump in the general election. And that's one of the electoral votes that would be going to, here we go. Georgia they call it a electoral college member. But out of the electoral college, because that's when you have all this collection of votes that end up going to various candidates and dispersed to whichever candidate the state goes for, supposed to be anyway. This is from The Hill. Now listen to this. Now my computer loads. A Georgia Republican is threatening to not vote for Donald Trump in the Electoral College. I have the right to vote for a write-in candidate in the Electoral College. And that's what an elector told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution on Wednesday. Georgia is one of 21 states that do not require its electors to follow results of its popular vote, according to the paper. So there you go. You have a member that is going to be a member of the Electoral College that is not going to be voting for Donald Trump, even if the state of Georgia, which it will, even if the state of Georgia goes for Trump. And then Donald Trump says what? The election's rigged. Sounds that way, doesn't it? That just contributes to it. I mean, that can obviously be used to substantiate what Donald Trump was saying, because if you have these people who are part of these electoral votes where they don't require them to go along with the popular vote, it can be very revealing that, yeah, in fact, this election is rigged to a certain degree. Donald Trump cited voter fraud. Well, if this starts happening, more than voter fraud could be a contributing factor to this election being rigged. And I'm just saying, if Hillary Clinton would win by an obviously rigged election, you can expect the United States of America to revolt. I would not be surprised if you would see all-out civil war break out over that, if it was an obvious rigged election, because people are fed up with it. And if people overwhelmingly support Trump and the election's rigged in the other direction, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Maranatha, Jesus, come quickly. But I tell you, it's quite interesting to see these numbers coming out, because, quite frankly, I just don't believe the polls. I don't believe a lot of these polls that are in existence out there, because, guys, all you have to do is just turn it to all of these various media channels. What do you see? Bashing Trump 24/7. That's all that they're doing now. Bashing Donald Trump. You turn it to CNN, bashing Trump. MSNBC, bashing Trump. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. The mainstream media thinks that we are stupid. It's the truth. They think that we are the biggest idiots out there. They think that their audience is full of a bunch of morons. And it's up to them. It's up to them to tell us the way that it is. We have to depend on them for everything. And if they say something and if they lead us to believe, no, we should not be voting for this presidential candidate, and they lead us to believe that, no, an educated person would not, I don't understand, anyone could vote for Donald Trump. They expect to do the thinking for us, and they are expecting to influence us at the polls. That's what it comes down to. See, it's all this big political machine that is the mainstream media. Because I want you to think about this just for 1 second. You look at the complete outrageous thing that they did to Bush when he was in there. And I didn't like Bush either, don't get me wrong. I did not like George W. Bush. I didn't like George H.W. Bush either. That was before my time, but still, I didn't like George W. Bush. Okay, but you look at all of the stuff that they said about him. I mean, it was attacking him on a daily basis. But, you know, I'll put it this way. All right, take a look at everything that Hillary's been through regarding the email scandal, regarding Whitewater, all these scandals that we have. We went over that the last show, and Women Can Do Better Than Hillary. Okay, but you think about all of those scandals that Hillary Clinton has been involved in. Now imagine if Hillary Clinton was a Republican. Or imagine if it was Donald Trump. Or imagine if it was even George Bush. Do you think that the mainstream media would be taking it easy on that Republican? Absolutely not. They'd be talking about that on a regular basis. The emails could very well be caught by the Russians. We don't know what could happen. They would be trying to influence the public so heavily against a Republican and using that stuff on a day in and day out basis. But do they do that to Hillary Clinton? No, because the fix is in. And they are trying to sway the American public into favoring Hillary Clinton. But here's the problem. Hillary Clinton has trust issues. Very limited amount of Americans trust Hillary Clinton. Well, guess what? Here's another thing. A limited number of Americans trust the mainstream media, which means both of them are recognized as being untrustworthy, which means it's going to be hard to influence people one way or the other.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as student loan debt, tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. Oh. Should I mention this? I won't do it anyway because it's funny. So, a Trump supporter just got in trouble with the law for beating up a Clinton supporter. That's right, a Trump supporter, Trump backer, was busted for beating a Clinton supporter. Now, here's the thing. Whew. Okay, listen to this. I got to get through this. All right, the Trump supporter was busted for beating his wife. It was a Clinton supporter. Oh, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but to make it even better, the man is 78 years old. The woman is 73 years old, and apparently he threw his wife to the ground, and this is in Florida where this took place. So, yeah. How are them apples? Yeah. Beat his wife, who's the Clinton supporter. I guess it is that much of a heated race. My goodness. Oh, yeah, another thing that we have on here is that a Republican strategist, I think I forgot to put the T on that one, a Republican strategist was on CNN, and we're not going to play the audio for obvious reasons, but this GOP strategist, allegedly GOP, was on CNN and said that Donald Trump is a loudmouthed, and used the male word for private part. Vulgar word for that. And you know what I'm talking about. It's not Vice President Cheney. You put his first name in there. So that's what she said. Okay, but anyway. It's really amazing to me how Hillary Clinton can do whatever, she wants to do. And no one says anything. The media, hell yeah, oh, you gotta go Hillary, we're with her. Ha! But when it comes to Donald Trump, they'll allow this nut job on CNN, and she even looks like one. I mean, all you have to do is just go on there. She is on CNN, calls Donald Trump right out there. Liz Mayer is her name. Calls Donald Trump a loudmouth, that word. So, that's, and that's the thing that always gets me about every single time that I watch CNN or MSNBC. All that it sounds like is just a bunch of people with superiority complexes. Okay. They think, I am better. This is my desk. This is my camera. This is my show. And I'm the only one who knows anything. Listen to me. I mean, that's what I get every single time that I watch the news media. And because the news media says something, it's the gospel truth. You're going to listen to this. Because now we have all of these various conspiratorial things. If you turn it on to CNN or MSNBC, CNN right now. You know what they're saying? The Trump campaign is in complete chaos. People are running around everywhere. You have Paul Manafort. He doesn't know what to do. Everyone they're losing it. Donald Trump is destroying your party, GOP. And it seems to me more like the mainstream media is in chaos than the Trump campaign, because they don't know how to take this guy out. Because every single time that they hurl an attack at Donald Trump just fights him back. And so far, Donald Trump has won every battle. And I referred to it as being a street fight a few days ago. I heard that original remark on the Rush Limbaugh show. Hear that, Rush? I can give you credit. No, no, I'm joking. But I heard that on the Rush Limbaugh show, and one of his callers had called in and described, or no, it wasn't a caller. Someone had wrote to Rush, or someone that Rush knew, and said that that's how they see Donald Trump, as being a street fighter. He gets in there, he gets in the ring, and he fights out every single battle. And it's the truth. And so far, he's won every single one. And here we have a politician that is able to put up a very combative battle against the mainstream media. And the mainstream media has never experienced anything like this before, because with every other candidate, that has ran and won the Republican nomination, they have been able to keep him in line. Yeah. We're better than you, George Bush. We're better than you, Mitt Romney. We tell you like it is. Because I'm just going to tell you, can you imagine? Because you need to think about this. When Mitt Romney was running for the presidency, and he had that debate where, what was her name? Candy Crowley, is that her name? Was doing this debate thing of, Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama. Mitt Romney said that Obama never said that it was a terrorist attack in Benghazi. He said it was all over video. And Candy Crowley stepped in there. No, Mitt Romney, he did say that. It was in the Rose Garden. And everyone starts clapping. You remember that? Can you imagine pulling a stunt like that on Donald Trump? I tell you, you guys, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican. If you would pull a stunt like that on Donald Trump, he would completely not only cream Obama, he would have creamed Candy Crowley. And he would have pointed, I can hear Trump now. You know what? You're a loudmouth jerk. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a liar, just as much of a liar as he is. This is an unfair debate. Those are Obama's donors in the back. This is all rigged. He would have made a mess of it, and people would have been cheering Donald Trump on. But because Mitt Romney didn't do that, that was recognized as being what could have very well cost Mitt Romney a lot of votes, because Candy Crowley stepped in there, stepped out of her place, and said that Obama said that he said it was a terrorist attack. And people recognized her as being the parent, trying to talk down to the child, which was Mitt Romney, and correcting him politely. That's what they said. And, of course, the GOP stepped in there. No, this is outrageous. But that's the state-run media for you. She was defending President Obama, and guess who she probably voted for? That's right, Obama. But you cannot pull stunts like that on Donald Trump. And that's one of the things that really concerns the media, because no matter what the media says, no matter how much that they say about Donald Trump that's negative, Donald Trump still is doing fine. And guys, I'm sorry, but they say Donald Trump is down by 10 points. I do not believe that. I don't believe that Donald Trump is losing, because I don't think that people would be turning out for Donald Trump rallies, to attend those rallies, if they were not going for Trump. Especially when you compare those rallies to Hillary Clinton's. I just don't see that. I have a hard time being able to decipher that. And when you have, and a lot of liberal, commentators out there have said the same exact thing. You have the Young Turks, I call them the Young Jerks, that have been going out, and they've been saying, you know what Jenks said? Yeah, I think Donald Trump is going to win. He's going to beat Hillary Clinton. You have Bill Maher saying, yeah, Hillary Clinton is going to lose more than likely, and I think Donald Trump is going to win. You have Michael Moore, that brainless movie director, or documentary director, whatever you want to call him, that even said that Donald Trump is going to win. So I guess he's not as stupid as I thought. So, no. But it's the truth. A lot of people are realizing, hey, you know what? Donald Trump could very well win this thing. He could very well close this thing out. And it's looking that way, and I could see that. Now there's a new thing out here where it says that Trump is at 32%. And see, listen to this. It says Clinton is at 41% and Trump is at 32% in Michigan. Detroit News, WDIV-TV earlier. Because I'm going to be honest, too, guys. I mean, and someone posted a picture of a Trump rally versus a Hillary Clinton rally. And guys, I'm going to be completely honest, all right? I personally just do not understand why anyone would vote for Hillary Clinton after all the corruption that she's been through. And on top of that, I don't understand why people actually care about this entire con thing. I don't understand why people actually care about this entire incident with Khan, because if you can see past all of this garbage, all of the garbage that's floating around in the mainstream media, it was so clear it was a setup. I mean, you have Khan that was on there, that Donald Trump, you've never read Constitution. And he's on there making a mess of things and just completely saying a whole bunch of this ridiculous absurdity about Donald Trump. You're an American. You never read Constitution. And he's out there just completely shouting down Donald Trump, basically borderline slandering the man.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
Somebody had to say it.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as student loan debt, tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
I'm just going to tell you, I have never looked at my audience as being stupid, as being ignorant, as being idiots. Because if you listen to this show on a regular basis, which there's a good number of you that do, then you know the truth, you know the facts that's out there. My voice gave out for a second. Liberals would have loved that. But you know the facts, you know the truth, you know my opinions, and you listen to them, all right? But you make up your own mind. I have no way of telling you what to think. I can only try to persuade you to my way of thinking. But the media, I think, completely has a different perspective of their audience. They look at them as being a bunch of morons that don't know what to think, that don't know how to vote, and depend on them to do the thinking for them. That's what I think the media thinks. Like CNN and MSNBC. That's personally what I think. People can't go for this. You cannot vote for this man. That's what I think. I think that they can't do the thinking, that they think that people cannot do the thinking for themselves, and they solely rely on them to make every single decision. And another thing that we have on here is that this is from NBC News. An NBC reporter compared Donald Trump to a woman beater. This is another thing. This was on MSNBC once again. Go ahead and listen to this. This is at Katie Tur, the one that interrupted Value Voter Summit last year. Go ahead and this is from I forget what show this is on. Yeah, MTP Daily. So Metro Toilet Paper Daily.
And she's at Trump Tower. And Katie, we know in Trump world, there are different factions. There's the professional faction. There's the family faction. There's sort of the people that are closest to Trump personally faction. There's the RNC. It seems as if everybody is panicking in some form or another.
If they're not outright panicking within the campaign, they are telling Donald Trump that he needs to start toning it down and that he really needs at this point to get it together and to get on message. But I'm finding the panic is really on the party side. It's on the RNC side, both on the national level and the state level. I just got off the phone with a swing state GOP operative, and I just want to read you some of the things that the person told me about Donald Trump. They called him diagnosably ill, that a psychiatrist would diagnose a personality disorder, that they're horrified at the nominee that they have chosen, and that there are, as you were just talking about, Chuck, serious considerations behind the scenes about what it will take in order to necessitate them cutting the cord with Donald Trump. And if that happens, what does it look like? Is it the RNC not spending money any longer on Donald Trump's campaign, on the presidential campaign, instead directing those funds to the Senate races? Is it them directing their staff to the Senate races, directing the message away from Donald Trump's message and towards the Republican message that the senators might be running on? Right now, the important thing and the worry that is on all of the party officials' minds is not so much Donald Trump. They realize they can't deal with Donald Trump, but it's the Senate races. They need to maintain a majority, not just in the Senate, but in the House. And how are they going to be able to do that? You know, I asked another party official about this today. I likened it to an abusive relationship, basically. A girlfriend who keeps saying that despite the abuse her boyfriend is giving her, the attacks, that he's going to change and that he really loves her and he promises this time is going to be different. The RNC realizes this. They see that Donald Trump has promised that he would change and he would pivot before, and he hasn't done it. The issue they have is that they just can't walk away. They're on a deserted island. They need to find a way to bolster him, because if they don't, they lose the Senate.
Well,
would you know from experience, Katie? I tell you, this is so stupid. Comparing now Donald Trump's campaign to that of an abusive relationship where the man keeps beating on the woman and the woman says, oh no, he does it because he loves me. That is so stupid. That's MSNBC. Katie Tur, whose father can't tell if he's a woman or a man. I tell you, oh my gosh. I am so absolutely just astounded at how I'm not surprised. I can't say I'm surprised. But I am very intrigued by how the media keeps saying that the Republican Party is in complete chaos. But it seems to me like the mainstream media is in complete chaos. Because look at the lines of reporting that they have. Donald Trump, you know what he's like? He's like a woman beater. You know what Donald Trump, he's he can't respond to loss. As Mike Barnacle said on the morning show this morning. It's so stupid. But that's seriously what we're going through right now. Yeah. This is the media in America. Completely out to get Donald Trump more than I've seen with any presidential candidate. Because if you turn it doesn't matter what channel that you turn it to, with the exception of some shows on Fox. It doesn't matter what network you turn it to, CNN, MSNBC, NBC. She's from NBC. They're all out to get Donald Trump. And they are all coming together to go for Hillary Clinton. I mean, it's as clear as day to anyone. Don't believe the media. Don't even give the media time of day. If you're going to turn it on, then just turn it on to get a good laugh and then turn it off. Which I do have to admit because, we don't have Comedy Central. Okay, we have Suddenlink. Suddenlink got rid of Comedy Central when they couldn't come together with an agreement for Viacom. MSNBC certainly does serve as a wonderful substitution for Comedy Central because every single time that I watch that network, I laugh. And most of the time, it's out of pity for those brainless reporters that call themselves journalists. Oh my gosh, it's so absolutely awful. But that's what we're dealing with right now. We are dealing with a bunch of people that are trying to prevent Donald Trump from becoming president. And one of the things that was uttered on the Morning Joe also, and this is what Joe Scarborough said, that somebody who was talking to Donald Trump regarding national security, Trump asked him twice why they couldn't use nukes. And he said, and they just acted like that was the worst thing ever. How could he possibly say that? And I know what it was more than likely about the conversation. Now, of course, I wasn't there. But I know more than likely from my experience in broadcasting and analyzing things like this, more than likely it was about what's going over in the Middle East. Why can't we just nuke Iran? Why can't we just nuke some of these Muslim countries over there? Because, guys, if you really want to come down to it, I mean, we were in a much worse we are in a much worse situation now, I think, personally, than we were when we were at war with Japan. Because here we are battling a bunch of Muslim terrorists that believe that we're the devil over in the Middle East. And we could just drop a bomb and turn the entire thing into a glass factory. You want to solve the problem with Iran? Bomb, 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 Iran. Like what John McCain said before, when he still had guts. Why don't we do that? I mean, why aren't any nuclear options on the table? I think that's a good question. Because if you really want, I think who was it? I think it was Patton or MacArthur. I forget which one it was. But anyway, one of them said, why don't we take out Russia while we're with it? Now, of course, I'm not calling for taking out Russia now. But back then, that's what we were talking. That was still when they were USSR. But, back then it would have solved the Soviet problem real quick. Now, of course, we handled that other ways with the good graces of Ronald Reagan. He very much so contributed to that with Gorbachev. But, why aren't nuclear options on the table for anything? I don't understand that. I don't understand why we haven't, bombed the tar out of Iran as much as they have threatened us. I don't get that. I mean, why didn't we, like with North Korea, we could have easily just completely taken the entire North Korea out and we wouldn't be dealing with this problem all these years later if we would have just ended it all during the Korean War. But why didn't we I don't understand that stuff. But because people think, it'll work out in other ways. Violence can solve problems in several aspects. And when you have countries that keep threatening you and threatening you and threatening you and constantly putting your national security at risk, like with many of these horrible countries in the Middle East, I don't think that a nuclear option should not be on the table.
Keeping America straight.
Somebody had to say it.
If you've ever been looking for a way to invest your money, gold can be a very good investment. Let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is one of the best companies in the business dealing with gold and other precious metals. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and can offer spectacular information on investing in gold. All you have to do is call 1-800-932-4108, and they will give you the knowledge that you need to make an investment. Even if you've just been curious about purchasing gold, this is a great group that can provide you with reliable information. Call 1-800-932-4108 and also ask them about some of their ebooks, such as 10 Shocking Reasons Why You Should Buy Gold and the Definitive Gold Guide. These resources are great for anyone, especially those that are just curious about investing. Call 1-800-932-4108. And some of their products that they offer are quite amazing. I mean, they have the gold bars, they have the gold coins, but they also have this thing called a Valcambi bar. And this is basically just a little bar about the size of a credit card that can fit into your wallet, made up of little grams of gold. So anytime that you just want a gram of gold, you just break one of them off. It's really quite neat. So by all means, contact our friends at Capital Gold Group. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as student loan debt, tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
And guys, let me just tell you what I'm talking about with Iran. Okay? Iran is not America's friend. When we got this new guy in, people were thinking, well, you know, maybe he'll turn out to be a little bit better than the guy that we had before, Ahmadinejad. I think I mispronounced that. Ahmadinejad. There we go. Had to get that in there. I got to spit now. No. But anyway, here's an article that we have on here. The U.S. has been sending cash to Iran as Americans were freed. And the White House was confronted on that, asking, you know what, why in the world would you negotiate with terrorists? Why in the world would you pay the ransom of people with this terrorist group? Because they're basically, that's exactly what they are. Iran is a terrorist country. They spread terror. But, you know, basically, what was taking place here is that the White House was saying, no. We did not contribute to any ransom that was taking place. That did not happen. Just forget about it. Nah, it wasn't a ransom. Well, the reporter asked, was money given to Iran? Yeah, but it was, all I can tell you is that it was negotiations that took place, and that's it. Well, would those people have been released had potentially, you know, the money not been given? Well, I can't comment on that because, anyway, I have the audio video for you. I want you to go ahead and listen to this. This is from Fox News.
Isn't it essentially a ransom payment then, even if the U.S. does not view it that way?
No, it is not a ransom payment.
Would those prisoners have been released then if this money hadn't been paid then?
What I know is true is there were a team of negotiators.
But, again, would those prisoners have been released then if this money had not been paid then?
What I can tell you is that our negotiators, who were talking with the Iranians about what was necessary to secure the release of American citizens in Iran, succeeded.
It succeeded. So, in other words, the ransom was successful. My gosh, guys. Oh, I tell you. Can anyone take the Obama administration seriously? And that's the thing that gets me. Obama says, you know what? Donald Trump is not suited to be president. But what does he do? He gives all of this boatloads of money, $400 million worth in cash, to Iran that coincided with the January release of 4 Americans detained in Tehran. And that's according to U.S. and European officials and congressional staff briefed on the operation afterward. And he says that Donald Trump is not suited for the presidency, and he does that. So absolutely outrageous. This is the guy that we have as commander-in-chief now. And you mean to tell me that Donald Trump would be worse? I don't think so. Donald Trump would not make deals like that. He would make good deals, much better than what we have seen with President Obama. And I don't think Donald Trump could have said that better than himself, than me. No, no, I'm kidding. But anyway, by the way, there's another thing that I wanted to get to. I'm not going to be able to give you a lot of details on it, but I can say it real quickly because we're coming up on the end of the show. Unfortunately, quick broadcast hour. But what I wanted to tell you is that the Supreme Court has just decreed that the Virginia school does not have to allow the male student who identifies as a woman to go into the girls' bathroom. So for right now, boys are not allowed to go into the girls' restroom, not allowed to go into the girls' locker room. So that is a hold that the Supreme Court has placed on that lower court decision. They're probably going to be addressing that themselves very soon, so we'll have to look forward to that. But as of right now, there's a hold. So I'm looking at the court potentially not going through with that, considering that there is a hold. So we'll see. Hopefully, maybe Kennedy will come to his senses on something. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for listening to us tonight. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. As always, thank you. God bless. and God save this nation.